what are the rules? We got ourselves Mage buff, allowed to be spread before the group. Priest buff is allowed to be spread. You could share your Warlock Hellstones. Warrior, you could provide the Commanding Shadow buff. Pallies, keep all your buffs to yourselves. Don't go out unless you're dueling. Don't run out unless the person on your team ahead of you is dead. Wait inside of your room until they're dead. Don't be in stealth if you're a stealthy class unless you're dueling. Good luck and have fun. We got ourselves team 1 with Valinar as a Retribution Paladin. We got ourselves Hell Outlaw as what looks like maybe a marksman. We got Athos cute. Atha is cute as a fire mage with Valorip as another paladin and Witcher himself. Versus what looks like Mova is going to be first up. We got ourselves Mary in the back, Shaycon. We got ourselves Talari and Mimics. By the way, also, let's not res anybody if they're dead. Let's not res them if they're dead. Gonna be Hell Outlaw going in for big defensives with that Beastmaster on the play, actually. Cataclysm coming down is gonna get hit by a lot of damage. Gonna be a Mortal Coil for both the pet and the Hunter. It looks like the Hunter actually avoided the Mortal Coil somehow. I guess maybe Shadow Meld right before it hit him. Moa backing up and Hell Outlaw taking a lot of damage. Hell, he's taking the hell of the damage right now. Big acceleration. This is gonna be feared by Moa with the Cannibal to follow. Might have to go for Turtle Shell immediately here. It looks like Mova is going to be alive with a drain life onto the pet. The pet is doing a little bit of damage. But for Hell Outlaw so far, it hasn't really been the happiest of moments of his career. So far, his man has just been taking a big pounding. Used to get the pet back just to make sure his pet isn't dying either. Looks like the pet has a mind of its own, just turns around element for Mova. I guess he maybe has trouble controlling the pet. Got himself a little bit of heal for the pet. Cataclysm coming down, gonna hit him and the pet together. Mova backing up on the other side with the fear onto the pet with a drain left. Looks like the fear is completely immune. Hell Outlaw going in for a stun. Succubus CC does hit him. That's gonna be Inferno still doing quite a bit of damage. Mova is gonna get him some one conflag necessary just to end the duel. Atho is cute is up next. I'm gonna guess this is gonna be Seawork, isn't it? Arcane Mage, Dark-Eyed Dwarf. Is this Seawork or is this another guy? Because there are only so many people that really play Arcane. Is this Seavark? My man, how you doing? If that is you. Mova versus Atho is cute. The Arcane versus Dash to try to get a Cataclysm on the other side. Does hit him with a Conflag. Looks like Conflag is not enough to root. Does Conflag need Immolate to root? I feel like I shouldn't be asking that question. I feel like I should know this. But looks like Atho is cute is going to go for a couple of instants. Get himself a shield. It's taking a bit of damage. He's going to set a couple of missiles at Mova, though. Big instant cast blast back to back into Mova. With Arcane missiles around, Mova does have a Reflect available for it, which is going to be perfect for the Warlock, not for the Arcane Mage. Blinking in, going for a Vis, touching the magic. Mova does have himself a gateway back up if he needs to get back up in there. Mortal Coil onto Atho is cute. Trying to get an Immolate Fear, dropping down for that Fear. And Mova is going to take a bit of the damage from that Mark of a Luneth, but not the most damage, not the biggest damage possible. Actually, it's Touch of the Magi, isn't it? It might as well be Mark of a Luneth. Ath is cute. Let's try to see if he might be able to get away from the pet. Needs to get away from the pet so he doesn't get interrupted constantly. He's going to go for Arcane Missiles, I guess, to maybe get some fish procs and maybe kill the pet. Looks like Mova is going to hold the ground above. Does Atho get up above in order to interrupt the observer? He does not. So it looks like Mova is going to be able to hold the position in the top side of the arena. Trying to get slow on the pet, maybe even some damage. It's going to be an interrupt onto Atho's cute. Can maybe go out against Mova and finally free cast without any fear for interrupts. Mortal Coil is going to send him to another direction. Does pop an Invis ahead of time as he gets hit with a Mortal Coil. So Mova had no idea where he went. Reflect is available. Atho's cute could actually pop the Reflect off of him and steal it. It looks like Mova is really running out of options to stop the Mage for a moment as he's just stealing a bunch of buffs from him. Resummoning the pet. Goes for an interrupt and bails out of this. So it looks like the Mage is going maybe for hit and run strats until he can just get himself a good setup onto Mova. He's playing it very, very carefully. He's playing it very, very squishy, but very mobile too. I guess his one big advantage is the fact that he can just run circles around Mova. Looks like he's maybe going to be able to kill the pet. Trying to see if he can kill the... Yeah, he does kill the Observer. Mova, actually, without a pet, needs to resummon one. The long-ass cast is not even going to let him. Atho's cute could actually push in. Mova will not be able to resummon the pet. They only use the new cooldown that they've gotten this expansion. Big Touch of the Magic getting reversed back to Atho's cute. Does go for that alter time in order to get himself a little bit extra self heal if necessary. Going to be a gate for Mova. Needs to get himself a new pet up and running if possible. Athoscoot does have the advantage here, though, as Mova actually just cannot stand the cast. It does go for a wall. Summoning an Observer, going to be tricky for Athoscoot. Popping a Polymorph onto it. Nova is just not going to let him get a pet up and running. Just trying to re-polymorph him over and over and over. There goes another re-poly. It is going to go for as much damage as it can. Mova still has plenty of health available, but Atho does have Mova in the back foot. He can only throw in Mortal Coil, Fears, but he cannot get a summon on the pet. Dropping down the Infernal, is that going to be maybe enough? Athoscoot still a little bit ahead. Touch of the Magic going to get reflected. Did it cancel Touch of the Magic? Does steal the Dark Soul stability from the Warlock, though. Athos going to have himself quite a bit of damage here. Fear on to the Mage. Into Casbolt right after. Athoscoot is going to take a big old hitter. Into another Fear. Does try to go for himself for Invis. Mova does he go for another pet summon. Tried to Shadow Fear around the corner. Does land it. Is going to be able to get his pet over onto the Mage. Mova is sitting at less than half health. We're hitting that 7-minute mark very, very soon. That's going to be the gateway. Does Mova, oh, still taking big damage from those missiles. Nowhere to go to resummon a pet. Needs one to stop the cast of Athoscoot. I think he's done, actually. I think he actually just got outplayed. He got outran, out-bamboozled, and out-whittled down. Athoscoot had to play it so carefully, just chipping away the massive Warlock, take the pet out, stop it from being able to get the cast off, prevent the Infernal to do the most amount of damage, not let the Warlock play the game, basically, and eventually you just win. And Mem is going to be up next. It's like Memkiss? Memkiss. Mem is going to be up next. I can think of my Guilty Memnarch, but what the? What was that? Metamorphosis. Trying to go for a big old dress into Athoscoot. But that's going to be a Temporal. I think the Temporal might be able to get him all the health back. Try to go for Arcane Blast from a distance. That's going to be Shadow Meld. Does still land Polymorph? Does he not? No, he doesn't. Crimson Death Charter coming out for the Mage. Decides to cancel at his last second. Going for Short Invis and Mimics. Trying to maximize the value while Meta is up and running. Slowed down to smithereens, though. Wait, lagging really badly? Don't know what's going on. Athoscoot is still shredding missiles into him. Mimics is completely lagged out. Athos giving him at least an opportunity to maybe come back, do something. Did Mimic real? Oh, I think Mimic just bailed. I think he just left. I think this man was like, wait, Arcane Mage? Wait, I'm at half health. Just yanked the wire out of his wall for Wi-Fi. He was like, out of here. No. I DC'd, boys. I don't know what's going on. But we're going to give it to Athoscoot. I don't really know what the guy was doing. Oh, Mithrin, you were lagging? Oh, no. Oh, no. It's okay, dude. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. I just like the idea of like somebody like, wait, I'm losing? Yank. With the Polymorph, it's going to be Athos. Should be able to get quite a bit of damage on Talari. Maybe big damage is going to be Succubus CC. Onto Athos, get a Talari playing, I think, Demonology. No, it's a Destro Warlock. Got himself the Succubus on top against Athos. I don't know if a Succubus will be a good option. Talari took a lot of damage from the Arcane Mage already. Athos can just drop it down the missiles. No way for him to stop it. Reflect is available. Does he catch a Reflect for that Casbolt? Does he actually work? No, it doesn't look like he actually got himself the Reflect. Oh no. It's not Seavark? Is that Mage not Seavark? Are you sure? Who is this guy then? I want to know. Is this a Bliv? Who is this Mage? I actually like to know. For some reason, I think the Seavark. What? I don't know how you saw Talari through a wall just now. I'm sorry? Hello? How'd you just see Talari through a wall? That seems a little bit sus. Mary gonna be up next versus Athoscoot. Landing the almost landing the Polymorph on the Pala. But that's going to be huge damage available for Mary. Does he go for big Executor Sentence? Trying to see if he can horse you over to the Mage. Big damage may be available. Executor Sentence not seen. Wait, there it goes. Big damage available as Athoscoot trying to reverse the damage back to Mary. Does he go for a big Ice Block? That's going to be huge damage available by the Pala, but also by the Mage as Ice Block comes out. Oh, not Ice Block. Bubba comes out by the Pala. The Mage is trying to blink away from the Paladin with an Invis. Flashlights are available. Does Mary go out? Does he really want to? I haven't got the range necessary for this. Oh no. Non-Seavark making him rage quit. Who is this guy then? Mary closing the gap. Does get a slow onto Athoscoot. There's going to be a Nova though. Got himself a little bit of mobility. It's going to be a Poly as Mary goes in for a Hand of Freedom. Super unfortunate for a Pala, but that's a nice little crown. Look at that. He's got a nice little crown. He's a cat, and you got a nice little crown. Wow! Oh, big damage by that. I don't even know what has happened. I think his molecules just started to combust, and every fiber of his body was like, nope. Without a bubble, I don't think that guy could have actually done anything. Mary, my man. That's a rough one. Shaken, though, as the 10 minute, 50 seconds are hitting up. Does have maybe the dots and maybe the self-heals and the fortitude to last against Atherskewed. The stuns, the silences might be enough here as we're hitting that 11 minutes. 37% damage is going to be huge. For Atherskewed, it's going to be kind of a rough duel. But so far, this Arcane Mage has just whittled everybody out little by little. Polymorph onto Shaken as he tries to go for a bit of a mount up. Atho stealing as many buffs from him as he can. Touch Magic is going to get set up. Trying to go for the big old Arcane Blast with an orb to follow stun onto Atherskewed. Knows he can blink if necessary. Looks like he's not going to go for it. Big Silence does go for a Dark Iron Racial. Wait, maybe every time he stole Dark Soul stability. Was it Dark Iron? That might have actually been Dark Iron Racial, not Dark Soul. Can Dark Soul be stolen? Chat, confirm or deny. Can Dark Soul be stolen? Yes or no? I actually want to know. Because I swear to God, it looked like Dark Soul stability. Going to be Greater Fade for Shaken. Try to go for a self-heal. Atho dotted up and try to see if he can get out of there. Shaken has the advantage of the fact that he can actually heal. A Shadow Priest self-heal actually got improved by Tum. Yes, it can? Okay. Because I thought like it looked like Dark Soul stability with the flames effect. But I was like, wait, maybe it was just the Dark Soul. Maybe it wasn't Dark Soul. Maybe it was the Dwarven Dark Iron Racial. Just want to make sure. Atherskewed though, going in for that time warp that's going to give him health back at the last second. But he's going to be next to Shaken, which is unfortunate. Does go for a blink out of the stun. Immediately Shaken getting the big DP up and running. Atherskewed does get himself the temporal rolling. I don't really know what the mage can do against a Shadow Priest at this point though. I really don't know. Shaken just needs to get the dots onto Atherskewed, and I think dots with this high dampening are eventually going to just obliterate him. He does get the shields from time to time. The shields do deny some of the magic damage he takes. But it's going to be really rough. Dark Souls can be stolen and dispelled. Was that like that in BFA? Was that always that way in BFA? I feel like it might have not been. Crazy. Shaken getting hit in a polymorph. That's going to be a bit of damage. Atherskewed, I think, trying to go for as much big bursts as possible. Trying to make those missiles really happen. Shaken taking a lot of damage from the bursts. And this coming out for Atherskewed. Shaken might actually have to go for a defense of his own. Atherskewed needs to stay on top of him. This is going to be the disperse. And it looks like the mage is turning around onto the Shadow Priest out of nowhere. Shaken is sitting about half his health. Atherskewed can maybe blink. Does go for time warp. Might be able to survive with this time warp. Time warp back to Shaken, interrupting him in the last second. Does have images. Should use images to reduce the damage by 20%. Oh, I think he's done for the count. Looks like Shaken is going to be able to take him out. Gonna shake it up a bit. Valor up next to the Retribution Paladin. Fear onto Valor immediately as the execution that's coming down. Shaken does not have a way to deal with it. No disperse available for this. I think Shaken is going to be just done for the count. Huge execute sentence with the Templars. Oh, he did a nice little salute to Shaken before he took him out. The Pally burst. It looks like Atherskewed came in with a couple kills. I guess the Warlock... no, the Warlock. The Demon Hunter technically doesn't count. Or does it? I guess it was a 1v3. Or 1v4. What do you guys think? Is it fair to say it was a 1v4? I guess no. No, Mithron had a lag on his Demon Hunter, so... if I was playing with that kind of lag... I'll be upset if somebody counted it as a slide against me. We're not going to do it.